Hey, what's up everybody? Star35 here bringing you guys a new pickups video. In today's pickups video, I'm going to be showing you guys the games that I got throughout the month of June. Got a little handful of games here, so I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so the first game I got to show you guys here is called Bombastic for the PlayStation 2. This game is actually a sequel to a game on the PS1 called Devil Dice, which I know of that game and I've seen it before, but I've never played it myself. But basically, it's a game where you have like this like a puzzle game. We have like this play field here, and your little character stands on top of a die. You have to like roll the die around and get the top of the die to match the corresponding numbers in order to set off like a chain reaction and clear off the dice and stuff, like to clear the rest of the die off the map and all that. I've seen gameplay of this game before and stuff, and it looks pretty fun. Like I said, it's a sequel to Devil Dice on the PS1. Go Bombastic. Bombastic puts you in control of an absolute minefield of explosive moving dice. Roll the dice around the field to link them in like combinations. Once they connect, the dice are detonated and will explode. Don't get too close, as the explosion will knock you into next week. It's up to you to clear each bombastic level. Be careful, the action gets harder and harder as you go along. So many ways to play, so little time. Get ready to go bombastic. Wow, what a entertaining back of the box quote. But yeah, here's like, some screenshots and stuff. Solve puzzle, explosive puzzle action that will leave you frantic. Up to 5 players can play. I actually didn't know this was up to like 5 players. That's pretty crazy. Use your character to clear volatile fields of exploding dice. There were 7 modes of bombastic play. Yeah, it has like other game modes in it and stuff too, apparently. But the main like mode is just, you flip around the dice on the board and try to clear them all and stuff. And there's like the disc and stuff like that. There's the manual. Anyway, here's a little bit of the manual. Yeah, like I said, I've seen gameplay of this, and I hear pretty good things about it, so I just, always say, hey, if I ever see this game and it looks like, for a good price and it looks like it's pretty good, I tell myself, if I ever, came across this game or anything like that, if I, for like a good price, I'm like, hey, you know what, I might as well, try it out and stuff and see if it like it, because like I said, I've heard good things about the game, so, and it does look fun from the gameplay scene and all that. You can pause it if you wanted to read through any of this. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of quickly flip through some of the pages in it. Next game up in the list is a little game called Sky Odyssey. In this game, you fly a plane around, and you like have to fly through different levels and stuff. Have to get from one end of the level to the other, and you have like various different either objectives or conditions or something you have to fly under in order to complete each level and stuff like that. Trying to get it to where there's no glare on the case, because the back of this case is just like black or very dark, so they're trying not to get any glare on it. Action, adventure, adrenaline, check. Take to the sky and addictive, action-packed missions, flying authentic planes and jets, even experimental aircraft. Attempt to refuel from a moving train, fly through underground tunnels, and touch down on an aircraft carrier at sea. From the thrill of barnstorming to the challenge of rescues, your piloting skills and nerves will be tested to their adrenaline screaming limits. The sky awaits. Take on pulse-pounding missions, land on an aircraft carrier, perform rescues, avoid failing situations in caves, refuel on top of a moving train, and more. Let's see, 5 gameplay modes. Complete over 40 missions spread out over adventure, target, training, sky caves, and free flight modes and stunning 3D worlds. Spectacular aircraft to fly. Pilot over 10 aircraft from a barnstorming Swordfish Mk1 biplane to a stealth jet and the F4U Corsair. Neat. The reason what made me want to get this game actually is there's a guy that I watch on Twitch that live streams. His name is PeteDorr. You know, I've done a video about unboxing like a mystery package thing he had, unboxing mystery package thing that he has. You know, I upload a video of what games I got in that. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, you can go check that out. But basically, you know, I really like PeteDorr. He's a pretty cool streamer and stuff like that. And he just saw the live stream where he played through this game and it looked kind of cool and stuff. And then later on, he uploaded a video talking about this game, and he said out, you know, how much he liked it and how cool it was and all that stuff. And I'm like, you know what, if I ever see this game, I think I might try it myself, because when I was watching him play and stuff, it looked pretty cool. So I'll leave a link down to Pete's video down in the description if you guys wanted to go check out his like little video review of this game. But yeah, it looked kind of cool. I think I'd seen like this cover of the game before, but I never really like, paid attention to it much, because like I don't really play a whole lot of like flight games or anything like that. I did play like a flight simulator a really long time ago. I think it was called Fly 2 on the computer like a long time ago. That was like the only flight game I've played. And this isn't really like a flight sim, really. It's just like a, you know, flying game, but it can be you know, pretty in depth, or you know, if you want it to be kind of in depth with like the controls and stuff like that. Or just, you know, how you have to fly the plane and stuff. And the manual for this is actually kind of thick. I don't know if you can like tell by, you know, looking at it and stuff, but the manual in this guy kind of got some thickness to it. I was looking through the manual, because look at this. When I was like flipping through the pause, let me read that if you want. Try not to get a glare on it if I can. Yeah, like I was saying, when I was look at all this table of contents, when I was like flipping through this manual to look at it and stuff, it low-key felt like I was reading like a freaking pilot manual or something. I'm like, wow, is this like, this is almost like a manual you use to actually learn to fly a freaking real airplane or something. Kind of a thick manual. There's like different little maneuvers you can do and stuff like that. That seems highly dangerous. You can like kind of bank the plane. You can kind of like bank the plane off the walls and stuff. That seems dangerous. I feel like that wouldn't go well if you actually were to try to do something like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna flip this entire manual neither. This one is really thick, like I said. Then we got like the altimeter levels and stuff like that, the meters that show you where you are from like the ground and the air and stuff like that. I'm like, dang, this game's kind of in depth. Like I said, I don't think it's like it's a simulation flight game. Really, it's kind of, it's like arcadey, but you know, it can get a bit difficult at times with, you know, how the game is and the challenges. The challenges can be pretty intense too, from what I've seen of like, you know, the gameplay and stuff. Challenges can get pretty intense, which is pretty cool. Yeah, like I said, because of you know, Pete trying that game out on his live stream, like, this looks kind of cool actually. From when I wasn't really thinking much of it, you know, before that, but after watching, I'm like, hey, this game looks like it might be kind of cool. And the game isn't very expensive either. It's really cheap even to this day. So you're like, you know what, I'll try it out. Why not? See how it goes. Yeah, I just wanted to do a quick little flip through this manual. Hey, Spider-Man PS1. You know, I've actually been wanting to play Spider-Man PS1. I actually never have played. I don't. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I've ever played Spider-Man on the PS1. But lately, I've been wanting to try it out. Here it's pretty good still. So I don't know. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. All right. Next up is the third and final for right now PS2 game, and that one is Aeon Flux. Now this game is based off of the movie Aeon Flux, which I've seen the movie. The movie was alright. It was a movie that was based off of an animated series. Like from what it's been some years since I actually sat down and watched the movie. Like I said, it was alright or whatever. But the real thing I love about this is like the original like animated cartoon, the animated show Aeon Flux. That show was freaking awesome. I'd heard about the show here and there, over the years, but I had never really like watched it initially. And then like some years ago, it's been a few years ago when I decided to actually sit down and watch Aeon Flux, animated series for the first time. I freaking loved it, dude. If you have not seen Aeon Flux, the animated series, I would highly recommend you check that show out. It's really good. It's weird. It's great. It's crazy. The art style in it is amazing. Like seriously, the Aeon Flux animated series is really good. And when later on, so I think I've known that there was an Aeon Flux game, but I didn't. Like I said, I hadn't seen the show at the time, so I didn't really think too much about it. But after I watched the show, I've been wanting to try this game out after looking up gameplay of this game. It doesn't look like the game is too bad either. It looks like it's pretty fun, at least from like the gameplay I've seen of it. And like I said, it's more based on the live action movie they made out with Charlize Theron in it. Their world is beyond perfection. Their race is near extinction. Their hope is in your hands. The only way to survive the future is in flux. Experience freaking glare. Experience an intoxicating blend of stealth, speed, and acrobatic combat as you play through the 400-year span between the pioneering MTV animated series and the feature films starring Oscar-winning actress Charlize Theron. Yeah, the original animated series was premiered on MTV and on that was it the Liquid Television thing. Actually, I wasn't aware of it. Back then, I was still pretty young back then, so I wasn't really aware of Aeon Flux back then. So I just, found out about it years after the fact. Dispatch enemies with bone-crunching fatalities and acrobatic finishing moves. Futuristic gadgets help you solve puzzles, penetrate defenses, and foil Trevor Goodchild's plans. Pull off incredible acrobatics as you scale walls, use grappling hooks, and hurdle over obstacles. And yeah, it's made by Terminal Reality, the developers that made the Blood Rain games, which I have the two original Blood Rain games on the PS4 through that revamped thing they made. So I've always been wanting to play the Blood Rain games. So they used the Blood Rain engine to make this game too, and they had to because when I was looking up stuff about this game, I actually found out a pretty cool and kind of crazy little fun fact about this game. The people that commissioned them to make this game, they wanted it to come out in time with the movie because like I said, this is based off of the Aeon Flux movie, so they wanted the game to come out around to coincide with the Aeon Flux movie. So the Terminal Reality developers that made this game, they had to put this game together in 9 months. 9 freaking months to make this game, and they did it. Like I said, they pretty much just used a lot of the tools and the engine and stuff they used to make Blood Rain 2, which is they made Blood Rain 2, and then this was the game they made after that. So they just reused the engine and a lot of the assets, or not assets, but a lot of the tools and stuff they made Blood Rain to make this, and you know, to have the deadline to make it in 9 months, which is a freaking crazy short amount of time to put out a game. Like, like even back in this era when like the average like development time for games was like a year and a half to 2 years, in between like a year and a half, 2 years, some ace like sometimes 3, usually like 2 years or something like that. 9 months to put out a game is freaking crazy. Wild. Yeah, here's the disc of it, and here's the manual. What's also pretty cool is it came with a bonus. It came with the freaking movie ticket, because it tells you on the front of the thing you can it comes with a free movie pass to go see the movie when it was in theaters back then, and mine actually came with the copy of the movie ticket. In really good condition too, like it's pretty much mint. That was really cool when I opened it up and found out it actually came with the movie ticket. That was dope. And all the, and that's just where you would sign it and stuff, and that's all the theaters it would it was eligible at. You know, you guys think they would still honor this? Like if I were to take this to a movie theater at some point and be like, hey, look. I mean, a lot of movie theaters lately have been like re-showing old movies and stuff like that, but I highly doubt anyone's really clamoring to go see the freaking live action Aeon Flux movie. I say it was alright for what it was. The animated series is most definitely better. Yeah, like I said, after I learned about the series and stuff, I remembered about this game, and I was wanting to try this game out after watching gameplay of it because it looked like it would be pretty cool. And there's the story. You can pause to read it if you want. Hopefully there's no glare or anything. You know, another fun fact about Aeon Flux and things like that. This is well, as of right now, this is pretty much the only Aeon Flux game that exists. There was actually, it was supposed to be a Aeon Flux game that was supposed to come out for the PS1, but the company that were working on that one, they lost the rights to, I forgot how the whole story goes, but basically they had the rights to work on the Aeon Flux game. They were in the middle of developing it, but in the middle of that I think they somehow lost the rights to make the Aeon Flux game, so they had to scrap that. But however, the game itself overall wasn't scrapped. They instead just removed all the Aeon Flux, like characters and branding and stuff out of the game, and just repurposed it as its own original game. And that game was called PAX Corpus, and that only came out in like Europe, I think. And I've actually seen gameplay of that PAX Corpus game on the PS1, and man, that game is pretty jank. I've seen gameplay. There was even a guy I watched on YouTube. Another shout out is this guy named Shawnson. He does like a lot of PS1 game videos. He did a video covering that PAX Corpus game and does videos covering a lot of other games, so he's pretty cool too. But yeah, that PAX Corpus game is pretty freaking jank from what I've seen, from what I've seen of it. I low-key kind of want to play it, to be honest with you, just so I can be like, wow, I actually sat down and actually tried to play this. And then, sometime after that, I found out that there was a second attempt at another Aeon Flux game, and that was being made by that company called The Collective. They made, like the Buffy the Vampire game, the one that's exclusive to the original Xbox. They made that and some other games and stuff that I can't think of off the top of my head right now, but they made quite a fair share of games and stuff too. And they were working on a Aeon Flux game, but that got canceled entirely and nothing else came out of that. My poor girl Aeon can't catch a break with these games. So this is the only one that's out. This is the only Eon Flux game that actually got made and released. It's more based off the movie than the animated series, but yeah, I wound up flipping through the whole manual. The manual isn't very long. Yo, Psychonauts. I really like this game. I actually did a video of me getting the platinum trophy for this game, and I really liked Psychonauts. I'd always wanted to play this game ever since I saw it came out back in when this game came out, 2005. Ever since I saw this game, I always wanted to play it, and then when that PS4 remaster came out, I bought that and finally got around to playing Psychonauts, and I really liked this game. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I have the second Psychonauts now on PS4, so I can't wait to eventually play that at some point. But yeah, that's Eon Flux, and like I said earlier, if you want to look into this, I highly would recommend looking into the animated series Eon Flux from MTV. Because like I said, I really love Eon Flux. That show was great. I'd highly recommend checking it out. It's really good. It's crazy. It's really good. The animation is great. The storytelling and all that stuff is good. Alright, the next game, it's time for an original Xbox game to make an appearance, and that game is Crazy Taxi 3 High Roller for the original Xbox. Like I said, I'm still trying to collect the rest of what I want for the original Xbox too. I only have legitimately just a few couple of games left to get, so I would really like to have get the rest of those couple whatever few original Xbox games, so I can finally be done collecting with the original Xbox, and I can spend more time playing and enjoying these games. So I enjoy collecting for the original Xbox, but I don't want to just do it forever. I do want to have more time to actually sit down and play these games. And Crazy Taxi 3 is one of the original Xbox games I've been looking for. Only the Crazy come out at night. Glitter Oasis. See, soar over the Glitter Oasis strip. Freaking glare, man. Crazy jump around the West Coast and Small Apple. Four new cabbies driven by attitude and desire. Conquer dozens of new minigames in Crazy X. Yeah, this is basically it's the third Crazy Taxi that has a new map. I think the new map is the Vegas map, and then it also comes with the maps and the cabbies from the first two Crazy Taxi games. So it's kind of an all-in-one Crazy Taxi game. And also I need to get a new case for this, because this case is it doesn't close at all. It just flops open and stuff. It does not close at all. And I'm kind of fine with it. I don't really care about that. That's fine. I can always get a new case as long as the game disc works, and I look at the game disc and all that stuff, it looks fine and all that. So as long as it plays good and all that stuff, I don't really care about the case. I can always just get a case to replace it. That's not that big of a deal. So I didn't really care if the case was kind of broken. As long as the game itself works and all that, I'm fine with it. The manual for this is a little thick too. This is the episode of thick manuals, I guess. I still miss manuals, by the way. Big behind freaking Duke Xbox controller. Freaking Bigfoot controller. Yeah, I was gonna flip through a little bit of this, not the whole thing, but yeah. I really haven't played a lot of Crazy Taxi in my life. I have a vague memories of playing Crazy Taxi 1 on a Dreamcast a long time ago. I never owned a Dreamcast myself, but I think I was over at somebody's house and they had a Dreamcast, and I played a little bit of Crazy Taxi on that, and I have not played or touched a Crazy Taxi game since then. So yeah, it's been a very, very long time, so I don't really have much, experience with Crazy Taxi, but I've always heard very good things about it, and I've always seen gameplay of it and stuff. It always looked like a lot of fun and all that. So yeah, when I was researching original Xbox games, I thought I would want to play And I saw that they had Crazy Taxi 3 for it. I'm like, you know what? I actually want to get this because I want to actually, play more Crazy Taxi. All the good things I hear about this series and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool that they have it where it comes like the first, two in terms of city maps and cabbies and stuff. So it's like you get all of the Crazy Taxi in one bundle, which is pretty dope. Yeah, like I said, it's another really thick manual. I'm not gonna flip through all of it. Just gonna go through some of it really quickly. Got a few more games left, not many more. So just want to go ahead and get through this really quick. Sega GT 2002. I have not played this, but I have seen it before. Alright, the next game is a PS3 game. The big variety of game video. And that said PS3 game is Genji Days of the Blade, or the infamous Genji Days of the Blade, known for the infamous giant enemy crab meme video from E3 all those years back. I'm pretty sure everyone that knows about this from that E3 and stuff, or anybody that knows about this game knows it from that crab meme. Let's see, history turned legend. Japan, 1187 AD, an era defined by honorable samurai and epic battles. Amidst the turmoil between clans, a legendary group of warriors band together to avenge a fallen family and uphold the Genji name. High definition detail immerses you in a violent ballet of clashing katana blades. Enhanced fighting mechanics allow for devastating multi-character combinations. Delivers true next-generation gameplay, integrating an epic storyline with action, adventure, fighting, and RPG gameplay mechanics. Unlike anything ever seen before. Now, like I said, I remember, everything about this game from like the giant enemy crab, moment from the E3 back in the day. But like, even all that stuff, I've always wanted to like try this game out and give this game a chance. Like I said, people always refer to, from the memes and make jokes about it and stuff. I don't really see people talk about this game in terms of like actually having played it and stuff. And like, over the years I've been buying, PS3 games and stuff. I always look back at Genji. I'm like, you know what? I actually do want to try this game out. I've never played this game before. I never bought it, back then. I think this was a launch title for the PS3, or if it wasn't a launch title, it was like a still pretty early PS3 game. As you can see by the spine here, that's the sign of an early PS3 game. Also, if it has the I don't know if you can see it, but it has like that PlayStation thing right there. That's the signs of that. It's an early, either launch or still early couple years PS3 game. But yeah, I never had this game back in the day. I was like, over the years thinking of it, I wonder, what this game is actually like. I actually wanted to like play this game, give it a chance to see what the game is actually like, and see if it's, any good itself or anything like that. That's the disc, and I actually kind of like this. I actually like this artwork in the back of the case and stuff. It looks cool. And yeah, like over the years, I also found out this is. I didn't know about it at the time this game came out and all that stuff on the news. It went into like and it wasn't even when this game came out. It was some years after the fact that this game came out, and I started thinking about it and like looking up stuff about Genji. This is actually a sequel to the PS2 game. The PS2 had a Genji game called Genji Dawn of the Samurai. I had never heard of that game or seen it on the PS2 back then, so I had no idea it existed. I did not know this was a sequel to that. Until sometime later I was looking up stuff about Genji, wondering if I actually wanted to try this game out and stuff. I learned it was a sequel, so if I now that I have this, I'm gonna have to see if I can track down the the PS2 Genji game, and then try that out, and you know, see how that is, and then eventually get to this one. And here's the manual. I got a funny realization with this manual. I'm going to show you guys here in a second. Motorstorm on the back. Another launch, or if not launch, really early PS3 game. Yeah, you probably saw it from when I was showing off Motorstorm back there, but I got a funny realization with this manual. I have no clue how the heck this happened. But yep, boom, there it is. I don't know how or why, but for whatever reason, the entire manual, for some reason, is not in English. No, sir, that is most definitely not in English, and it ain't Japanese neither. It's like kind of like French or something. I don't know how the heck that happened, because like this is a U.S. copy of the game. Because as you can see, you know, it has like the U.S. ESRB rating. There's English on the disc itself and stuff. The English ESRB rating here, and yeah, I just read the back of it earlier, so clearly that's in English too. But I don't know, maybe like because I bought this from a used game store and stuff. I was just in the store looking around just to see what kind of games they had, and I saw Genji there. I'm like, yo, finally, I can actually finally get a copy of Genji and you know, see what this game is all about. So I bought it, and then when I got home and opened it, and I was looking through it and stuff, and I looked through the manual. I'm like, wait, what the heck? This is not English. At first, I thought it was one of those manuals to where, like, you know, I had to have those manuals that are part in English, and then the other half is in like a different language, usually Spanish or something. At first, I thought that was it, and then I kept flipping through, expecting to find the English part, and then I thought to myself, well, first of all, they didn't really start doing the dual language manuals until like later on in the PS3 life. So like, as far as I'm aware, I don't think they were doing the dual language manuals yet back then. And then when I kept flipping through it, I'm like, I'm not seeing a lick of English in this freaking manual yet. What is happening? So somehow they must have got a different language manual thrown in here with the English copy of the game. So I'm gonna have to try to see if I can like track down an English copy or an English manual for this, because I have no clue what is even going on in here. You just press buttons, L1, R1, start, left, right, something about weapons and items and upgrades, and I don't know what any of that I don't know what that means. I can't read that. So yeah, that was pretty funny when I opened. I'm like, the heck is even, what is even this? But yeah, at least I got, you know, a copy of the, you know, the game itself. So hopefully, if just finding just the manual itself shouldn't be that hard. Or, you know, if I have to just like get a, you know, whole new copy just to find a manual, at least, you know, the game isn't terribly expensive or anything. So it's whatever. It's not that it's not too big of a deal. All right, now finally time for the final game, and that game is another game to knock off my dwindling Xbox 360 list, and that game is Far Cry Instinct's Predator. This is another game I remember seeing, you know, namely I remember watching like YouTube videos about this game back, you know, time around when it came out, because at the time I had never played a Far Cry game before. I had like heard about this game. I was wondering what it looked like, so you know, I went on YouTube and just like watched gameplay videos to see what the game was like. And I always thought the game looked kind of cool. And then, you know, with me, you know, game collecting nowadays, and you know, wanting to get some 360 games, I looked this game back up again and thought it still looked pretty cool. So I added it to my list of 360 games I would like to have. And there's a little sticker down there. I hadn't taken that off yet, but yeah, just add it to my list of 360 games I wanted, because I wanted to play some of the earlier Far Cry games. Explore Paradise and Unleash Hell with the award-winning action shooter franchise. Blow your way through mercenaries, pirates, and native warriors in 17 relentless single-player and 22 multiplayer missions using predatory powers. Unleash an arsenal of over 20 weapons and wage battle across land, sea, and air in 10 drivable vehicles. Create your own maps and share them online for explosive island warfare. Yeah, I forgot that this game has a map editor thing in it too. Bonus game includes enhanced Far Cry Instincts, the shooter of the year redesigned for Xbox 360, breathtaking graphics, more aggressive AI, fierce multiple enemy gunfights. Yeah, this is originally released on the original Xbox, like Far Cry Instincts, and then yeah, this is like it includes the original Far Cry Instincts from the original Xbox, and then Predator also. So yeah, it's a good way. It's a good idea to get this one if you want to get both the Far Cry games. There's another one I have to get another case for, because the case on this one's kind of junk too. I mean, it's not a terrible looking case, but I definitely want to get a replacement case for this. So I just have to just clean this up one of these days. But as long as the game itself works fine right now, that's all I ask for. That's all I need. And here's the manual. It's got flip through just a handful of pages with this. And like I said, at the time this originally came out, I had seen it and stuff, but I had never played a Far Cry game before. I didn't play a Far Cry game until Far Cry 3. That was my first game in the Far Cry series, and 3 was dope. Far Cry 3 was really awesome. And then I played 4, and 4 was good too, but it was just kind of like more the same as 3, just in a different location and with elephants. That's pretty much it. But 4 was good, and then I also played Far Cry, the downloadable game Far Cry Blood Dragon, which Blood Dragon was awesome. And then after that, I just got kind of tired of the Far Cry formula, because we're basically just doing the same thing. They released so many Far Cry games, and after that, they had the prehistoric one, and then Far Cry 4, and then sometime later they got 5, and it's all about the same thing. I kind of got tired of the Ubisoft Far Cry formula, which Ubisoft seems to just have adapted into every single last one of their games they've released ever since then. Like 3 was such a huge hit for them, they just used 3's freaking gameplay and stuff in every Far Cry game, which is why I've gotten kind of sick of it and just sick of playing Ubisoft games in general. Hopefully you guys can be able to pause and read this if you ever want to, without any glare or anything. Yeah, it finally got some of the older, or at least one of the older Far Cry games. And later, I kind of want to try out Far Cry 2 as well. Maybe someday I might try to get Far Cry 2 and play that. I did play a little bit of they put the first Far Cry out on PS3 and stuff. I think it was called Far Cry Classic. I think that's like an HD version or whatever, or HD port of the original Far Cry. I don't own the full game. I think it was just a demo or something I played. I remember playing a little bit of the Far Cry Classic. Yeah, that was pretty cool too from what I played of. I don't really remember a whole lot because that was a while ago, but yeah. Yeah, it's Far Cry. Oh, sweet. Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. But yeah, that's pretty much the games that I picked up throughout the month of June 2024. And I got some more PS2 games I've been looking forward to playing, stuff like that. Got another original Xbox game. Got a PS3 game of a game that, like I said, another one I've been wanting to give an actual fair shot to see if the game is actually good or anything. Beyond the memes. Got another 360 game locked off the list. Like I said, both 360 and our original Xbox have very few games. Just a small couple games left for each that I would love to get, so I can finally be done with Xbox collecting. I can finally actually dedicate time to playing through more of these games more often, hopefully. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm Star35 and I'm out. Please Don't forget to leave a rating on the video, leave a like on the video, and a comment on what games or anything you guys are collecting. You guys collecting any type of games or DVDs or movies or whatever, you know, whatever things you guys are collecting. I hope your guys' collecting is going well and collection goals are getting, you know, worked on and met, or whatever it is you guys like to collect, whether it be games, movies, strategy guides, whatever. But I'm Stunner35 and I'm out. Peace. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.